Okay students, welcome back to my channel. This is Harsh and today we will do relations and function, which is chapter 2 of our NCERT book. This is very important chapter from both point of view, as well as this chapter comes in your other chapters like limits and derivatives, and 12th chapters which has integrals, derivatives, all are based on this chapter, which is relation and function. So pay attention to this chapter. Okay, let's start. Now let's have a look at relations and function. Relations and function, these are two terms. First we will read relations and function will come later in this chapter. Okay, so basically, what is relation is a type of connection between two elements. Okay, a connection between two elements is referred to as relation. Let me write down the definition. A connection between two elements of distinct sets is relation. This is not the exact definition. This definition I have written to make you understand, guys. Okay, if you want to learn exact definition of relation, which is given in NCERT book, first we will have to look for Cartesian product of sets. Our second topic is Cartesian product of sets. Okay, this is very important concept to understand relations. Okay, suppose you have two sets and first object equals first set is A, which has Ram, Geeta and Sita, and our B set is R, B, C. Okay, these are two distinct sets and we have to find out the number of relations between these sets. Number of relations means connection between these two sets. Okay, and if we multiply these two sets, we have Cartesian product is written as A cross B. This doesn't means we have to multiply A into B, but we have to find a relation of A set but with B set. Okay, let's find out relation. And relation is written as Cartesian product is written as Ram R Ram B Ram C and Geeta. Same you will write here again, Geeta R, Geeta B and Geeta C. And last one is Sita R, Sita B and Sita C. Okay, and if we see this product carefully, we come to know that we have find out the relation of each of these elements with the B set elements. Okay, and Cartesian product also gives us maximum number of relation. We can't find out more relations than this Cartesian product. Okay, Cartesian products give us ordered pairs. Look here, Ram R, G, Ram B, Ram C, Ram R, Ram B, Ram C. Ram is related with all the elements of these sets. Okay, Gita as well and Sita as well. Okay, students, assume Ram as A and R as B. No, R not B, but A and E. A and E are imaginary numbers where A belongs to A set and E belongs to B set. Okay. A and E belongs to two distinct sets where A belongs to A and B belongs to B. E belongs to B set. Okay. We have considered A for A set, small a for A set, and E for B set. Okay. Now you have come to know about the Cartesian product of sets. Let's write down its definition, but before that, pause the video to note it down. The definition of Cartesian product is: given two non-empty sets P and Q, the Cartesian product P cross Q is a set of all ordered pairs of elements from P and Q. That is, P cross Q equals to PQ, where P belongs to P and Q belongs to Q. Given two non-empty sets, given two non-empty sets P and Q, the Cartesian product P cross Q is the set of all ordered pairs from P and Q. P cross Q equals to PQ, where P belongs to P and Q belongs to Q. Okay, now let's have a look at the definition. It states that given two non-empty sets P and Q are two non-empty sets. It means P have some elements and Q also have some elements. The Cartesian product P cross Q is the set of all ordered pairs from P and Q, from P to Q. Here 2 will come, or you can also write, and there is no restriction on it. P cross Q is a set of all ordered pairs from P to Q. Okay, and here it is written that P cross Q equals to PQ. P belongs to P and Q belongs to Q. This PQ means that our first element will come from the P set, and our second element Q will come from the second set, which is capital Q. The same is written here. Okay, pause the video to note it down. Before we move to examples, we have some important points which are as follows. Let me write it down. Important points. Our very first point is two ordered pairs are equal if and only if the corresponding first elements are equal. First elements are equal, and second elements are also equal. Also equal. Okay, it means that it is given that two order pairs are equal if and only if the corresponding first elements are equal with the second elements are also equal. Okay, let me write down the two sets in simple, where A set equals to A, B, C, and B set equals to A1, B1, C1. Are these two sets equal? No, because A is not equal to A1, okay, and B is also not equal to B1. And if I raise this A1, B1, C1, these two sets are equal, and the order pairs are also equal. Okay, let's move to the second point, which is if there are if I'm directly writing it now, if A and B are two non-empty sets, A and B are non-empty sets, empty sets, either A or B is infinite, either A or B is infinite, B is infinite, then A cross B will also be infinite. This point means that we have considered two non-empty sets A and B. If A or B is infinite, and two non-empty sets A and B, if any of them are infinite, A cross B will also be definitely infinite. Okay, pause the video to note it down. Okay students, our third point is if there are P elements in A and Q elements in B, then there will be PK elements in A cross B. Okay, let me write it down. If there are P elements in P and Q elements, elements in Q, then PQ elements will be present in P cross Q. Okay, that is, if let's read the third point. If there are P elements in P set and Q elements in Q set, then PQ element will be present in P cross Q. It means that we have P number of elements in P set and Q number of elements in Q set. When we need to find out P cross Q, that is Cartesian product of these two sets, we will have P cross Q elements. Okay, let's have an example. A, B, C is equal to A set, and B set equals to D, E, F. P cross Q will equals to 9 because number of elements present in A is 3 and B is also 3. multiplying 3 with 3 we have 9. P cross Q is equal to 9. Okay, understood. Now let's have a look at fourth point. A equals to ABC such that ABC belongs to A. Here ABC is called an ordered triplet. Here ABC is called ordered triplet. Okay, it this fourth point means that A cross A equals to ABC such that ABC belongs to A and ABC is a ordered triplet. We have found out the Cartesian product of A 3 times. Okay, and A, B, C are 3 elements present in A such that they belongs to A, and ABC is here. These 3 sets are called ordered triplet. Students, if you have doubt in these 4 points, write me in comment section. I'll reach you there. But now let's have a look at examples first. But before that, pause the video to note it down. So students, our first example is if x plus 1 y minus 2 equals to 3 1, find values of x and y. Find x y. In this question we have to find out values of x and y. Taking x plus 1 equals to 3, x is equal to 2 we have, and y minus 2 equals to 1, y equals to 3. Simple. We have to use the simple algebraic methods. Our second example is if P is equal to ABC is equal to ABC and Q is equal to Q is equal to R, found the sets P cross Q and Q cross P. Form P cross Q and Q cross P. Let's have a look at the solution. In this question we need to find out Cartesian product of P with Q and Q with P. So it's not that P cross Q is never equal to Q cross P, because if we will write P cross Q, the elements of P will come first, and if we write Q cross P, then elements of Q will come first. Okay, now let's form P cross Q, which is A R B R C R. Okay, this is Cartesian product of P cross Q, and Q cross P equals to R A R B and R C, multiplying, taking R with A, B and C simultaneously. Okay, when we have to find out P cross Q, we took elements of A first and then the elements of Q, and if we need to find out Q cross P, we will take elements of Q first and then elements of P. Okay, students, remember that P cross Q is never equals to Q cross P. Okay, pause the video to note it down. Okay students, let's have a look at third example, which is A is equal to 1 2 3 1 2 3 and B is equal to 3 4 is equal to 3 4 and C equals to 4 5 6. C equals to 4 5 6. Okay, we need to find out A cross B intersection C. So what is B intersection C? B intersection C is only 4 because elements common in B and C is only 4. So let's find out. 1 2 3 cross 4 equals to 1 4 2 4 and 3 4. That's it. Let's take second part, which is A cross B intersection A cross C. A cross B. First we need to find out A cross B and A cross C. Then we need to find out intersection. A cross B is 1 3 1 4 2 3 2 4 3 3 3 4. Okay, this is A cross B, and A cross C equals to 1 4 2 1 4 1 5 1 6 2 4 2 5 2 6 3 4 3 5 and 3 6. This is A cross C. I'm not writing here because space is not here. I'm marking this double underline. Okay, now we need to find out intersection of A cross B and A cross C, which is 1 4 1 4. What next? 1 4 1 3 not here, 1 4 not here, 2 3 2 3 2 4. Next is 2 4, and after that 3 4. The only elements common in these are 1 4 2 4 and 3 4. Okay, pause the video to note it down, and after that we will do third and fourth part of this example. Okay students, let's have a look at the third part, which is A cross B union C. What is B union C? 3 4 5 6. Okay, we need to find out 1 2 3 cross 3 4 5 6, because B union C equals to 3 4 5 6. Okay, now let's find it out. 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 2 3 2 4 2 5 2 6. Next up we have 3 3 3 4 3 5 3 6. Okay, this is A cross B union C. Students, never write 3 1 1 3 as 3 1, because if you will write 3 1, it means that the elements of B are coming first and then the elements of A are coming. Okay, so never write 3 1 as 1 3 or 1 3 as 3 1. Okay, our fourth and the last part of this example is A cross B in union A cross C. So what is A cross B? A cross B is 1 3 1 4 2 3 2 4 3 3 3 4. Okay, A cross C. This is A cross B. A cross C is 1 4 1 5 1 6 2 4 2 5 2 6 3 4 3 5 6 6 3 4 3 5 and 3 6. Okay, now we need to find out its union A cross C, which is we need to write down the elements together, but do not repeat a single subset twice, as 1 4 1 4 2 4 2 4 3 4 3 4. Don't repeat these elements, okay? And I give the work of finding out union of A cross B and A cross C to you guys, okay? Now let's look at example number 4. Okay students, let's have a look at the fourth example, which is P equals to 1 2. Form the set P cross P cross P. Form P cross P cross P. Okay, let's have a look at solution. First we need to find out P cross P, then P cross P cross P. Students, if you have confusion, write down P cross P set twice, okay? I'm writing here also 1 2. Okay, now we need to find out P cross P, which is 1 2 cross 1 2 1 1 1 2 2 1 and 2 2. Okay, this is P cross P. Now we need to find out P cross P, which is multiplication of 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2 with P set. Okay, again 1 1 1 1 2 1, or you can also write it as 1 1 2 1 2 1, and after that 1 2 2 and 2 1 1, and at last 2 1 2 2 2 1 2 2 2. These types of question have lot of confusion, but don't be confused. Write down the sets P twice, okay, for better understanding. Okay, now let's verify it. First we have multiplied first 1 1 with 1 2, then 1 2 with 1 2, 2 1 with 2 1 2, 2 2 with 1 2. Okay, now let's check 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 2 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 2 2 1 2 2 2. Okay, it's correct. Now let's have a look at the sixth example, but before that pause the video to note it down. Okay students, let's have a look at the sixth question. If A cross B equals to PQ QR MQ MR, here P will come MQ MR. We need to find out A and B. A set, find A and B set. So remember I told you that our first element belongs to first set and second element belongs to second set. We have repeated P twice and Q here and after that MM. Okay, our A set is P M, because if there are two elements in the B set, first we have multiplied P with those two elements, and after that M with those two elements. See, QR are those elements from with which we have multiplied P and M. Okay, and our B set is Q and R. Okay, let's have a look at the fifth example, which is, if R is the set of all real numbers, what do Cartesian product R cross R and R cross R cross represent? If R is set of real numbers, is set of real numbers, what does R cross R and cross R represents? This is also a very important question of this exercise. I am marking this as okay. To solve this question is a matter of understanding level. Okay, we have the solution here. R cross R will give us 2D dimension. R cross R will give 2D dimensions, and R cross R will give 3 dimensions. Okay, this was the relation and function intro of exercise 1.2.1. okay, and if you like the video, please subscribe my channel and hit the like button. Thank you for watching the video.